This is the RIOT Podcast. Hello.
Welcome, where we enjoy some beverages during this podcast.
That's probably the big one. We got a chance to try all 4 of Mountain Dew Amped new Game Fuel flavors. And
the one thing we didn't talk about was how it feels like such a formula when these companies come out with beverages, and it's like, well, let's pick a action term. And then like a sort of like tropical strike.
Right.
Or you have cherry blast. I want it to be
cherry.
It can't be cherry. It has to have some sort of action with it. So we had cherry blast, berry burst, tropical strike, and then the original Mountain Dew flavor, but an amped version of it. So we do the test for that when they come out in January, so you can check them out now.
You got to get amped, Nikki. You can't just have it. You got to go all in.
Uh-huh.
So we do, and I just want you to know that was about 40 minutes ago.
Really? Feeling it now?
I'm getting a little sleepy.
It does give you a little bit of a, I don't know why, if you just get amped for like that second or we need to eat something, but I was yawning and I'm like, why am I yawning?
In fairness, I haven't had breakfast today.
Maybe the food counts.
That might be the problem. I should have had something to eat, but I've had lots of coffee, just no food as of yet.
Well, when you're done with the podcast, if you want to watch our RIOT food fight with the amped energy drinks, you can check out RadioU RIOT on Facebook. It's there. Or if you go to RadioU RIOT on YouTube, subscribe there, and you'll find all of our food fights in a playlist.
Boy, I'm hungry. We should eat.
Let's go eat.
We should get something to eat. You guys enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you later.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Cleveland celebrates failure with a parade. We celebrate failure with the worst of the riots.
Listen, if you're listening right now and you're getting up to go work your shift to flip burgers at Walmart, I want you to turn some Walmarts have cafes in them.
Oh, got ya.
I want you to turn the radio off right now. Because, you don't want to hear what we're about to talk about.
Is this going to give you some ideas?
No, it's not that. It's going to make for a rough day. So just take 3 minutes.
Come back.
Turn the radio down. Deep breathing. Do some push-ups. I don't know. Do you have a pull-up bar? Maybe stretch out a little bit.
Why don't you just stay sleeping a few more minutes?
Right. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that the Walmart burger flippers are gone, Walmart has made a little splash about the fact that they're testing out Flippy.
Is it a robot?
Flippy's a robot.
It's such a cute name.
He's a burger-making robot.
Is he? So I thought they always had McDonald's or something in a...
Depends on your Walmart. It is true. Like the Walmart... there are so many. One of them near me has a McDonald's.
Or like a Subway.
One has a Subway. And then one has like an Auntie Anne's pretzels or something. And that's my favorite one to go to because you get the pretzel sticks and you get 2 cheese dips and then you just go crazy.
And then the other one must have a Flippy.
If you want me to go to Walmart with you, just tell me it's the pretzel one and I'm in. I'm 100% in.
But in some, they make their own food.
Yeah, they do. And so they've got a cafe and they're just like, you know what?
We don't need anybody.
We don't need you. We don't need anybody. So they're working with Flippy. Now, Flippy has also been tested out at Cali Burger, but no one has hired Flippy permanently yet.
So by that, meaning like placing an order for Flippies to then
putting it in the actual restaurant.
Place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Flippy, Nikki.
It depends. I've never worked fast food.
Do you know I haven't either?
So we're not one to talk because we don't know. But I feel like in the line of like of restaurant employees, that could maybe go to a robot. But I feel like there's other jobs where it's very important to have a person there. And maybe if they didn't focus on the Flippy part with that person could go do another important job.
Yeah, it's an odd mix, right? On the one hand, even though we found out they're covered in poop, I really like the touchscreen ordering system.
I know, I do too.
And the reason being because people like me are like, yeah, I don't want onions on it. And, you get the person behind the counter that's like...
has an attitude because they love onions.
And they're just tired of pushing the button.
Yes.
They're like, I don't want to push the no onion button. Whereas I'm highly motivated to push the no onion button. So I like being able to do that. But then again, I'm just like, man, some people like you're in high school. You just need a job at McDonald's, and some days you're the fry guy on the line or whatever. You need a job. So like, what are you going to do now?
Well, then you can't do the ordering and you can't do the flipping.
So what's left?
Don't know.
I don't know. I worked at a farm market, a record store, and then like a DVD Blu-ray place. And so like, I don't know. It's been all retail for me. And I'll tell you what, Nikki, you can't replace me with IMDb. You can't.
You needed someone there.
You got to have me there. Don't replace me, Flippy.
Well,
I'm a Flippy. You are Flippy.
Nice one.
Sorry, I've been sitting on
you
that the
went
whole
for the
time.
low one?
Yeah, I've been sitting on it the whole time.
Can't help but do that one.
The Riot is the radio equivalent of Taco Bell meat. RadioU.
All right, Nikki, let's talk about January 1st through November 28th, 2018. Netflix says that it has 2 movies that have been rewatched more than any of their other stuff.
And I'm sorry, what was the window?
January 1st of this year to November 28th of this year.
Okay.
And if you're looking only at Netflix originals, so I don't know about whatever, but they say they're 2 movies that have been streamed again and again more than anything else were The Kissing Booth and To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
I've seen them both.
How many times?
Maybe 2 times. Maybe 3, probably more 2.
Okay. So, but you're in that category. You're a re-streamer.
Rewatcher.
I feel like streaming services are starting to wake up to something that Nikki's been saying for the last 2 years, and that is, where are movies for me?
Where's something a little lighthearted?
Where are my movies?
Romantic with some comedy put in it. I don't need anything too intense.
So Netflix is waking up to that, Nikki.
I think so.
Because they see that, hey, there's something here, right? They've pumped out a lot of sci-fi this year. Here's what I feel bad about. I feel like they put a lot of effort into movies for me that I haven't watched.
Well,
they released multiple high-profile science fiction things that I just didn't watch.
They thought you were a guarantee,
right.
And then you find out that you haven't even seen them. But it just seemed like, and I know this is sometimes a case of it's only what Netflix is showing you. Like there's lots of layers to Netflix that you maybe are never experiencing it because the formula has got you pegged as someone who's going to watch this, and they don't let you even really. Like, you just have nowhere to go to look for the rest of them. But I feel like it had a lot of sci-fi, a lot towards that, the early Netflix
part of
ones.
the year.
It did, and that changed.
Yeah, so they're probably, well, but maybe they feel like that's their niche. Like, maybe for them, sci-fi does well, like this time of year, but then you head towards the holidays or the
People
whenever,
want something
and
a little
you need
bit
something
nicer.
different. And so these are, and again, Netflix really doesn't say a whole lot about their stuff, but they say that those are their 2 most rewatched shows. The other thing they give is Netflix original series with highest average viewing session time, meaning what do you spend the most time watching? Top 5 for that. Number 5 was The Bodyguard. I get that. I watched that.
Totally.
Number 4 was Last Chance U, Indy. Number 3 was 13 Reasons Why. 2 was Making of a Murderer, and 1 was On My Block. Guess what?
Yeah.
I've seen one of the top 5.
Now, if you got which one he was saying, but otherwise the rest we've not seen.
Actually, looking through the top 10, I only watched The Bodyguard in that list. I haven't watched any of the other stuff.
But those were all TV series?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
TV series. So that was the one. Like The Bodyguard, though, that I watched that. I did.
Yes, you did.
Got sucked into that one for sure.
Well, it was nice. It was short and sweet. It
6
was
episodes and you were done.
Just that right spot. They really know how to do that. I know they'll do another season of it because that show did amazingly well.
For everybody, yeah. So they will not tell you how their licensed shows are doing. That's Netflix is only releasing information on their originals.
That's because the people they license from don't want them saying anything.
Boy, isn't it? Yeah. Don't tell them that, Friends was really watched a lot, because that just drives the monies up.
Once again, there just wasn't enough material for Best of the Riot. Actually, there wasn't any Best of the Riot at all. None. 0. Look, it's all bad. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not bad. It's the worst. RadioU.
All right, guys, get your phone out right now. I want you to be ready. 877-2-RADIO-U. It's time for True Confessions.
Are we ready to text?
Yeah, it is. It's time. I want everybody listening right now, get ready. Get your phone out. 877-2-RADIO-U. I want to know what you've stolen. Tell me something that you stole, if you've stolen anything. Nikki, what have you stolen?
People's hearts. That's about it.
Nope, you're a thief. I know it. Come on, what have you stolen? What'd you take?
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
that means she knows and she doesn't know and she wants you to know.
But was I very young? I'm assuming I was very young.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were. So what'd you take?
I don't remember. I'm not saying.
She not only does she remember, she knows exactly what it was, when it was, and who she stole it from.
It was friends. It wasn't me. You know, you have to watch who you surround yourself with nowadays.
So what, your friends stole it?
I don't know. I don't know. So what is the article about, though?
Well, don't worry about the article,
Nikki.
I
am not going to say. I am not talking about it.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
Nikki, it's in the past.
It's in the past. That's right. So it's gone. It's washed away.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah. Let's see what Lisa says. A piece of gum when I was 5.
Yeah, that's about the right age.
And meat when I was... Lisa says she stole meat when she was 20. Gum when she was 5. Meat when she was 20.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Sure. I mean, I've never stolen an object.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you what, I've definitely downloaded some illegal.
Oh, you're right. That counts too, doesn't it?
I mean, like, if we want to start talking about who could really be in trouble with the FBI warning.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
So it's not even just physical things, but digital stealing as well.
Man, everybody be stealing. Phil says he stole some zebra stripe gum.
Seems like gum is the big motive back when you were young.
Back in the day, I walked out of Kroger with a whole cart of groceries.
Did you mean to? Or was that just on accident?
I don't. Come on.
I don't know. I don't want to be able. Like, what if the law says, "Hey, we heard that Danny confessed. We need you to talk about it."
All right, Jared.
We shouldn't know.
Jared just texted. He says that he stole several keychains from a Spencer's when he was a kid.
And Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards from Walmart and junior high.
See, that's what I feel like we're dealing with. A lot of really kid-oriented items when we were younger.
I don't know who this person is. They didn't send their name, but they said batteries. A lot of them. An iPad mini 64 gig when I was 15 from a Walmart in Sandusky.
Oh,
that is specific.
That you remember.
Man, you probably don't want to attach your name to that text.
Don't include it.
Okay. Well, I got a guy coming up in just a minute. We're going to take a look at what he stole.
Was it digital or physical?
No, Nikki, this is physical. Ooh, got a couple more. Jake says back in 8th grade.
You like reading this?
I was the kleptomaniac of any and all office supplies at school. I would steal pens, pencils, erasers, markers, whiteout, trapper keepers, anything from a teacher's desk.
Dude, you had that problem then.
Oh, Aaron, the classic Dine and Dash. I felt so bad about it. I went back and paid for it.
See, that's how it is when you feel bad.
See, my thing is, like, I was never good at stealing stuff, just movies and TV shows. Like, man, I'd just be...
But a lot of people nowadays don't even think that's still stealing.
A lot of people say it's not, but then we have to argue about if the person who owns something says it's stealing and I say it's not stealing, I'm taking it. Who gets to decide what it is and isn't stealing?
So Jason stole baseball cards from a Gold Circle, and security caught him, took him to his mom, and then he got his butt beat.
Nice.
So thank you, Jason, for all the details on that one, too.
Oh, Derek stole 2 boxes of zebra cakes from a Kroger. Man, if you're talking about those, if you talk about those little Debbie zebra cakes, man, they're good.
You know what's embarrassing? Probably if you get caught when you're really young stealing, like, cakes and candy. I mean, when you're older, it's just because you're wanting to eat. But when you're younger, it's like, my mom's not giving me cakes.
My mom won't buy me a little Debbie.
So I'm going to steal it.
I'm going to steal this.
I can't have sugar gum, so I'm stealing all the gum that I can. Because you just don't know any better. Well, you know better, but you just do it anyways.
Justin says one word, LimeWire. He's a music thief, Nick.
That was a music thief.
The Riot's future, 2 words. Goat Farm. RadioU.
So we were talking about you and all your thievery, and boy, when I asked you guys to confess, it just came flying in here.
I think because you guys can text messages in, you had no problem telling us.
But Nikki has been hiding the truth from us this whole time. She's not telling us.
Did I or did I? I'm not telling.
We all know you did.
No, or did I?
No, you messed up. Because you were too shady at the outset. You would have had to take a strong confidence stance from the get-go. You were teetering. You were thinking about telling us what you stole, and then you were like, you know what? I won't tell anybody.
It's the secret.
Okay, so we got a guy in Polk County, Florida. The Polk County Sheriff's Office released some photos and I believe video on Monday of this guy going into a gas station and I know what kind of gas station it was because, Nikki, they had a Polar Pop.
Ooh, you know what that is.
Polar Pops can only be purchased at the Circle K. So again, they don't say. This is me making some deductive reasoning here. Circle K. This guy goes up to the counter to buy a foot-long sub and a Polar Pop. And when the clerk's not looking, he plays hide the sub.
He does. So he just hides the sub somewhere on his body.
Yeah, he shoves the sub in his pants.
I don't understand when people do that.
I mean, my thing is, like, I kind of get it because, you
don't have a bag or a purse or...
Well, and the sub is wrapped up.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like it's a loose sandwich where you're going to shove it in your pants and then...
You walk out and, like, lettuce is coming out of your pants.
Legs, yeah. I mean, that's not going to happen.
Like, sir, I think you stole a sub. No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? Oh, I'm trying these new lettuce pants. They're biodegradable.
Don't look.
So don't worry about it.
I'm shedding.
I got a fungus. You don't want to know. So he shoves the
What about the
foot-long-
Polar Pop?
He paid for the Polar Pop.
Because it's cheaper of the items.
Well, Polar Pop, depending on what region you're in, they range between 59 and 79 cents. A real savings, Nikki.
But the sub was too much for him?
Sub was a bit too much for our man in the East.
I don't know why people don't realize, like, there's cameras everywhere nowadays. They're going to get you on camera.
So they got him. And here's what I love is the fact that they released his photo. So here's what that means, is that this morning somebody woke up in Polk County, and they're on the internet, and they're just like,
Dad?
Dad, is that
you, Dad? I think that's Dad.
I told you not to steal stuff anymore, Dad. Dad needs to feel alive. This is the only thing that makes me feel.
Yeah, a rush of stealing a sub.
Tell you what, you mock me all you want, but I'll tell you, you don't know what you've lived until you stole yourself a foot long.
He thought he could get away with it, but he cannot.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's this guy? This guy's Jean Valjean. We're going to send him to 30 years in hard labor because he stole a piece of bread. He's not starving. He paid for the Polar Pop.
He just does it because he does it.
He did it because he did it. So, hey, just a heads up for all you thieves out there, and there sure are a bunch of you.
You're living for the rush.
I'll tell you what, you're not alone. This man stole a foot-long sub. And you know what? If it was close, I'd buy this man a sub. Sit down. Have a sub. On me. You don't have to steal it. All right? Just eat your sub. Just kidding. I'm dining and dashing. How does it feel?
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
Do you have someone on your list that's hard to shop for? Here's the solution. Don't buy them anything.
Done.
Or I guess you could look into some Radio U merch at shop.radiou.com.
Actually, that's probably a better approach.
We are saying that by this Sunday, December 16th, you probably better get your order in.
But if you want to see what we've got, including our new Radio U Tiger Tee 2.0, the new version of it, you can see everything again through the shop section at shop.radiou.com.
Now with notifications.
Yay! Oh,
that was just a joke.
That's not it.
No, it's not. You probably want to do shop.radiou.com because a heads up, I'm right now sitting here at the Hidden Valley Ranch website, and I know you were thinking about maybe getting them a little ranch for Christmas, but I want you to know that it's sold out.
It's a limited edition Magnum bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch.
Okay, can I hit pause for just a minute? Is a Magnum bottle a thing?
I think it's like, is it a liquor term or is it a soda term?
Is it?
Or is it just a...
The thing is, here's what's really funny is
that... I thought they had a soda size called a Magnum.
Eric used to call the 44-ounce soda a Magnum.
Yeah.
But a 44 Magnum, that makes a ton of sense to me. I did not know that a Magnum apparently
is a term for 44 ounces.
Okay, for 44 ounces, but this is 1.75 liters. Maybe that is 44 ounces.
Yes, I hope it is. I don't know.
Well, okay, I'm doing the conversion right now. No, that's 59.1 ounces.
So where did it come from?
I don't know.
So here's like I don't know. I don't think we should say any more for fear we sound stupid.
Oh, we're way past that. We're way past that.
Okay, we'll pass.
Wait, let's see. Magnum. I'll just put a Magnum of liquor. And it, don't look at that photo. Alcohol. What is a Magnum of alcohol? This says 1.5 liters. is a Magnum. Whatever. Okay, look, here's the thing.
It's a large bottle.
There's a big old bottle of ranch that the people at Hidden Valley Ranch are trying to sell you.
This is 1.75 liters of ranch.
It's big.
It is.
It's a lot of ranch. And at first I thought it was like a lot of money, but $25 for almost a 2-liter bottle of ranch? Who wouldn't want that?
It's like if you buy the ranch pack at Costco where you get the 2 of them. So it's pretty close. Now, Hidden Valley before had done a keg of ranch. That was their holiday offering last year, but now they're doing the Magnum. And just a heads up, they're out. As soon as they put these on the store, they sold out almost immediately because apparently there are sick people in the world. These are things you just want to buy. It's like you're buying from Hidden Valley or buying from Burger King, like the shop stuff. Like there's all these weird little things from the companies. I guess it comes down to I don't like ranch. And so the idea of... Not even with veggies? No. Keep your ranch. Keep your filthy ranch. It's not filthy. You're a rancher. You're a rancher pusher. Is that what I am? Sure. So it looks like if you go to the Hidden Valley, their shop page, like our shop.radiou.com, they've got a bottle and shaker ornament set, wrapping paper, a flask, and a pop socket. The flask is pretty darn funny. And ranch and pizza earrings and a bunch of other stuff. So some merch. I do love the idea of sitting down with somebody at a restaurant and they pull out a flask that's full of ranch. Ranch, yeah, you know. And they just pour out some ranch, and it's like, that's an awesome idea. What? They're like, I really like my ranch. You just can't trust these like restaurant ranches. They water it down. So I wish I cared about ranch enough to buy some ranch merch. That's an expensive crew neck. They have clever merch for their ranch. Their crew neck is $45, and it just says ranch. That's all it says. Heads up, I'll bet you and I could recreate that at a fraction of the price. We could. That's not what it costs. We get ourselves some iron-on letters and a green sweatshirt, and you got yourself a Hidden Valley Ranch crew neck. So it looks like the only 2 items sold out is the Magnum of Ranch and the Hidden Valley Ranch inflatable bottle. Just to tell you what sells first, those are the 2. So the bigger the bottle, the faster it sells. The better, the more it sells out. Man, they should really start approaching their store stuff differently. I just want to go to someone's house and be like, is that a Hidden Valley Ranch inflatable bottle? Well, it's not exactly hidden, but it's definitely a Valley Ranch, It's here.
Ever wonder what Nikki is doing when she isn't rioting? Find her Twitter feed at riot.radiou.com. Obadiah is there too, but... who cares what he's doing? Are we doing a food fight later this morning? Do you want to? Okay. Should we? All right. Or what's the plan? Okay. We probably should. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Is that all that? It didn't seem like that warranted the okay. But so the answer is yes? Yeah, because I said that I wanted to save it till Friday, and it is Friday. It's not Friday. It's Wednesday. Stop doing that again this week. You are so negative. Am I harsh on that? You are always so negative, Nikki. I'm not, but I'm actually going to tell you the day that it is. I'm Friday. A realist, and I can't help it. So tired of it. So wait, I know that Hudson also has this cough medicine. So now, before you're like, what are you guys drinking? On a different day. So we have energy drinks to try. That's one thing. But later this week, is Hudson bringing in this mysterious Canadian cough medicine? I think we'll push that to next week. I'll talk to him today. But people are sick now. Like, listeners need to know what this is. Now, Nikki, originally Hudson was going to fill in for Nikki tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then Nikki was like, I guess I'll come to work. So I'm coming in and Hudson's not, but he was bringing something. I know, but I feel like what if we push that till there's a day during the week that he comes early, right? Doesn't he normally come early on Mondays? I don't know. Do you guys know? Does anybody know when Hudson shows up? I try to ignore him, and so I often forget. But what is it is he bringing? Okay, one of the times he filled in for you, it was this whole thing. We were talking about this weird Canadian cough medicine that used to be available in the U.S. and isn't anymore. Like legally not allowed? Or I don't think it's that. I think they just don't market it here anymore. And they say that it is, 1, incredible, and 2, one of the worst tasting things you'll ever experience. So you're just going to take a sip of it? Who's you? If by you, we mean we. It. Yeah, we can take it. But is that what we're supposed to do? Is that allowed? I think so. We just taking a sip on the cough medicine? I'm going to have to tell you right now. It doesn't sound good. The idea that we are moving into
starting to taste test medicines, I do feel like we are really right on this cliff that I want to be careful about where we go after that. But because all right. You maybe recall a couple years ago, you and I encountered a cherry vanilla NyQuil.
We taste tested that.
No, we didn't.
We did. We drank it. But I think we were also sick then.
Wait, okay.
We had it on air.
It could be that it was so effective I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, you brought it in and we had it on air.
No, I think that was chesty cough.
I don't want you guys to have to hear this.
That was a Vicks 44. And okay.
No, the cherry vanilla, because we're like, oh my gosh, we love Diet Dr. Pepper cherry vanilla. We got to try this cough medicine in case it tastes like it. But we were sick, so it was like allowed.
I know, but now we're not sick, and we're just going to be drinking cough medicine just to see how it is.
I'm worried, too. I'm worried.
Okay,
I didn't want it to be the same day as, like, the energy drinks, because then we're just making drinks.
We probably need the energy drinks to counteract whatever's in the cough syrup.
No, but then it's like... We are making a drink, and that's bad.
Okay. All right. It ain't drank. It's drink.
I know. I feel like we are.
Like we're right on the verge.
We are. We're pretty close to it.
All right. Well, I
like
think
if you hand me a red Solo cup, it's like, here, pour it in. I would be worried.
So, okay. Look.
The plan is.
Are we going to do this?
If you want to.
Okay. Oh, don't. What do you want to do, Nikki?
I've never had an energy drink like that.
Well, then you know what? It's time.
How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, we'll just do the Mountain Dew amped. So that's all. There's only 4.
There's only 4. Okay.
Yeah. The 5th one is a rock star, and the 6th one is yet another Starbucks thing.
Want to know what the Riot is doing right now? Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at riot.radiou.com. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Snapchat it is.
Here we go. You know, you could argue, and I think it would be a worthwhile argument that Nikki was, in fact, trying to bury the Snapchat news because she's such an Instagram user. Tell the truth.
I love Instagram. I love Insta Stories, and I used to like Snapchat, but once Insta Stories came around, I know it was basically just a copy. I switched over to that, and I like it even more. So Snapchat and I don't get along very well.
Well, you know what? Snapchat's going to change all that with this announcement.
They can't change anything.
Yes, they can.
Do I need more glasses?
You thought
do I need some goggles with it?
I'll tell you what you need. You need some rose-colored glasses because all you're seeing is hate. I need some love in your life right now.
Been a while, Snapchat.
And I'll tell you something else, Nikki. You probably would have said, I am never going back to Instagram because Snapchat is the best. And then what did they do? Instagram was like, you know what? They dress like that. We can dress like that.
We can do that, too.
Is that what you need? You need me to walk this way or talk this way?
All social media is basically just taking one from the other, and then they just keep building up until what you currently have. But for Snapchat, I just died away. People stopped using it much in my friend circle, and we just didn't talk that way.
Well, Nikki, you, along with so many other people, have just been counting the days until the Ultra Boost 19 running shoes are released from Adidas.
Don't you know it?
And so you have undoubtedly...
hello.
You're wearing an Adidas sweatshirt right now. So I just want you to know, I want you to know that the brand that you've adorned your body with is not working with Instagram. That's a Snapchat brand.
That's probably because they're stuck in that deal. Been there for a few years.
Oh, okay. Now I see how it is.
All right. Now I won't be mean. It's still something.
Adidas is partnering with Snapchat, and they are adding a new AR feature today. You can pull out Snapchat, and you can see what the Ultra Boost 19 running shoes will look like on your feet. That's right. You can pretend.
That's the filter. Is this all that we brought to the table today? And that's officially available on December 15th are the shoes.
The shoes on the 15th. The filter today.
Today I can. What?
You know what?
Why? I don't want that.
You're minimizing. You're minimizing right now. You're minimizing.
No, it's weird. I wear Adidas, but for shoes, I only wear New Balances. So I don't know why.
What happened to the Pumas?
I don't wear Pumas too often.
You used to.
I used to also wear Vans, but...
You know what? Do you see what happens?
What?
You just leave people. You just leave them behind. Like you got no loyalty.
I do have loyalty. I've been an Apple user since I was a baby.
Minute.
Apple, hello. I'm very loyal.
No, you're only loyal to them because they have stayed popular. That's why you're still loyal to them.
No,
if all of a sudden, somehow, which we know this will never happen, but if Microsoft suddenly became super hot, you would be like,
what?
I'm so over the iPhone.
No, honestly.
I have a Surface now.
My foot's wider, and I tend to like New Balance shoes more than Adidas.
Okay. All right. Be that way if you want to. All right. But the people at Snapchat are trying to bring you back, and all you can say is, what have you done for me lately?
It's been a while.
This is not good enough.
You know, I don't know if this is enough, but if you're interested in the new Adidas shoes, if you're a shoe person, then this could be it.
Your promposal is weak. Get back to me when you've spent some money and hired a photographer, and maybe we'll talk.
All right. Well, thank you, Snapchat, for telling us about that.
Tell you what that was.
And thank you for telling us, Obi and Adidas. Thank you so much.
Heartfelt, all right? It was not. I'm going to tell Adidas what you said.
Right.
Oh, just kidding. They already heard it, and they want their sweatshirt back.
They're hearing me through the hoodie.
How does Nikki put up with Obadiah day after day? It's easy. We pay her. RadioU.
I've got to say, all this talk about your sweatshirt made me ask a question about myself.
Why?
Because I wanted to know if without looking down, I could remember what I was wearing today.
Did you have an idea? Did you have no clue?
I couldn't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because you got dressed in the dark?
Well, I didn't get dressed in the dark.
Well, I mean, like, you know, you're half asleep, you're in the closet, you just throw something on.
I'll tell you how I got dressed today. I pack my clothes up the night before and take them to the gym with me.
Yeah.
And then when I get done with my workout, I put my clothes on and come in.
So you made an effort to pick these items.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I picked it.
Is it an outfit or is it just clothes?
It's just clothes. It's clean. I don't have outfits. I don't.
That's fine.
I really don't.
I think more people remember outfits because you made an effort to put together the outfits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I just...
Is that just a statement on your wardrobe?
And I want you to know that, I finally had to look down.
Did you? Could you not remember your shirt?
I couldn't remember what shirt I was wearing.
Wow. Okay.
But that's my question is, is that normal? Does everybody else remember the shirt they put on?
It depends on, here we're work casual. We can't emphasize the casual part enough. But if you if you had a uniform or if you had business casual, you'd probably have to put together the outfit for each day so you kind of know what you're wearing.
Hey, I've explored this uniform idea, like a jumpsuit, like 21 Pilots, you know?
Every day?
Just going down to
a onesie?
like going to those Army surplus or something. Just picking up 5 crewman jumpsuits or whatever and just being like, yeah, whatever.
Why don't you do the scrubs stuff, the medical look?
Hey, look.
Because those are smart.
You ever worn those?
They're put together and they're comfortable.
Very comfortable.
So why not something like that?
Very comfortable. I don't know if they'd be warm enough this time of year, but the jumpsuit thing probably.
Could
just
work.
get myself some long underwear.
So you want to have an outfit that's kind of like your look?
See,
no, I'm sorry. It's not outfit. The jumpsuit, that's your look.
What if I just wanted to do the thing where it's like, I want to put as little effort into this as possible?
That'd be the jumpsuit.
See?
Yeah, that
right
would
there.
be.
And just to be clear, like Einstein, he wore the same stuff every day.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
but then you would know what you were wearing each day. Wouldn't you remember then?
Well, yeah, because it would
That'd
be
the
same.
one outfit.
It's the same thing all the time.
Not outfit. I'm sorry. Again, I'll stop saying.
I'm comfortable with it being an outfit.
You okay?
Yeah, because at that point, I've put it all together. So Josh says he also can't remember what he has on.
Well, see, you're not the only one.
All right. Well, that's good because I totally don't. Dee says I can usually tell what I'm wearing by how it feels.
How does your outfit today feel?
Like I remembered to get dressed. Yeah.
Because each T-shirt to me feels different.
Different T-shirts do have different feels.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing a RadioU Tiger T 1.0.
We have a new one. That's the old school one.
And it's and this was not a clever build-up to talk about the Tiger T, just to be clear. But these are soft.
Which you should have been able to remember because it's our own shirt.
Right. Yes. Or do I see it so much that I just put it
blends
out of my
in.
mind? Yeah. Okay. I really couldn't remember what I was wearing.
There's nothing wrong with that. Memory or remembering things is not everybody's strong point.
Okay. Yeah, I remember a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Don't I?
You do. Movie trivia? Oh, you know it all.
I remember a lot of things.
You do.
Just not what I'm wearing.
Not that stuff, but commentary, movie stuff.
At the end of the day, the important thing is I'm dressed. I have clothes on right now. That's something.
Focus on that good part.
Let's stay on the positive.
the radio equivalent of going to McDonald's and ordering a fish fillet. Hey, that's one of my favorite things from McGee's. The worst of the riot on RadioU.
It is the riot on RadioU.
You know, you put on headphones every day a couple of hundred times, and then that
the one time
you just can't get your headphones on in time,
That's
right?
okay, I gotcha.
It's just a thing. So, hey, girls rule, guys drool, and I've got the statistical proof right here, okay?
Is it really about drooling or?
No, it's not, but creative...
Cooties?
Maybe. Creative Artists Agency worked with a company called Shift 7, and here's what they did. They went back through a bunch of movies, 350 top-grossing films worldwide from January 2014, December 2017, and guess what they found?
What'd they find?
Movies with strong female characters or lead characters that were female did better at the box office than movies that didn't have lead female characters.
That's interesting.
It is. They said that every film they looked at passed the Bechdel test. Now, if you've never heard of the Bechdel test before, the Bechdel test is... Actually, I'm going to screw it up, so I'm going to read it to you, because if I just tell you what I think it is... Yeah, the idea is... Wait, let me get it to you. The Bechdel test... Well, I really should have had this ready, guys. It's the idea, like, does it have or do you have, I believe it's two female characters that have a conversation in the movie that does, okay, 1, the movie has at least 2 women in it, 2, who talk to each other, 3, about something other than a man.
Okay.
There you go. So the Bechdel test would be 2 characters having a conversation. They're both female. That conversation does not revolve around the man.
Because a lot of times you'll find it would always revolve around a man.
It's like the women talking about how dang cute he is, or that James Bond, or whatever the heck. But no. So they found that films that passed the Bechdel test grossed higher than movies that didn't.
So did they give any examples?
They did. They cited Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Well, that's the whole test right there. I bet that made enough money to skew everything else.
Well, but remember, they were looking at the top grossing films.
Okay.
So Star Wars The Force Awakens, which the main character in that is a girl. Jurassic World, where you've got the girl that runs from the T-Rex in the high heels.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Mm-hmm.
She seems nice. I like her, by the way.
Yeah. Did you see the second Jurassic World?
I did. It's not the worst, but it wasn't the best. It was just exactly what I expected.
I mean, it made a lot of money.
And
but
there's still
not,
Chris Pratt.
It's not good. Oh.
Still that. And the dinosaur on the dock. Just too much.
I rolled my eyes so hard at that dinosaur that I couldn't stand it. I was just
still cry over
the dinosaur's like, and I'm just like, are you guys for real right now?
I'm not okay with it. It's so sad. Okay, what other movies?
What else did they say? Wonder Woman. Anything else? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't have anything else on the list, but I mean, there were 350 films in their list. Those are the ones that I have. But here's the quote from some people who did the research. Women comprise half the box office, yet there's been an assumption in the industry that female-led films were generally less successful. We found that the data does not support the assumption.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm good with that. Like, give me... whatever. It's fine. I liked all those movies we listed.
They were good.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Actually, here's the thing. Male, female, you know what really works? Good characters with a great script.
Yes, and respect for both sides.
Yeah, I got to be clear. Don't consider myself much of a misogynist. Don't like to see it out of characters in film. But I also don't like the other side. How about males and females that respect each other, solve the problem
together,
and make something happen
without tearing each other's gender down?
You know what? I'd watch that movie.
And that you did with the dinosaurs. Just teasing.
Well, now we got to have a whole other test for the dinosaurs, Nikki.
It's a movie.
Does this movie contain 2 dinosaurs? Do they talk to each other and not die on the dock in a fire? Okay. Jurassic World doesn't pass.
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
There are a lot of reasons to listen to The Riot every morning. For example, give me a minute. There's got to be at least one. It's The Riot on RadioU.
Have you guys been keeping track of what's going on in Sweden right now? Do you know that in Sweden they have the Gavle goat?
Aww.
Every single year the Gavle goat goes up.
It's a big, it's like a straw goat.
It's in the center of town. It's just what it is, just a big straw goat.
And you're like, why is that there? It's tradition. It's
tradition.
It's an old Christmas thing. But every year they have problems because it becomes a sort of right of honor of like who can burn the goat, not a real goat, but the straw goat, the fastest in town.
Do you know that he made it all the way through 2017?
He did, but most years he burns.
Most years he burns to the ground.
People will shoot arrows, flaming arrows at this goat, and so they've tried to spray it with like
fire retardant chemicals,
sort of stuff, or they'll do whatever it takes to try to light this straw goat on fire.
Well, I want you to know the goat is up and the goat is well. I'm looking at a live webcam feed of him now. It's weird when you remember things. I was at home last night. I was watching a movie with my dad. And all of a sudden, just in my brain, I was like, I wonder how the Gavle goat's doing.
Isn't that weird that we have that in our brain?
Something happened that got my brain like,
Like, I wonder how this poor straw goat is doing and if he's on fire yet.
We should check it on the goat.
One year, when we were watching him, he made it like 2 days, and that was it.
Poor goat. Well, he made it all year last year, and he is up and running now. So really, he only needs to make it just under 2 more weeks.
It's practically Christmas for him.
Come on, Gavle barking.
But for everybody else, they really try to light him on fire.
So wait, is Microsoft sponsoring it this year? They're tagged in a bunch of these posts.
Oh, really? You're selling out the Gavle goat?
Hey, Nikki, you know what? Maybe Microsoft's providing like the streaming services for the webcam or something like that. Yeah. So there it is. The Gavle goat is alive and well. So if you have been worried about him like I was last night, I checked on him this morning. He's okay, guys. He's okay.
Send your complaints regarding that worst of the riot moment to Fire Obadiah at RadioU.com.
And I'll have the number 8.
That's a party platter. It serves 12 people.
I know what I'm about, son.
The Riot. Food fight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Nikki and I have joined the Soda Elite.
This is a beverage fight, if we want to call it.
And it is an unreleased beverage fight.
Yeah, so it looks like this will be out around, I think they'll get to people around January 16th, but it doesn't mean you won't find it in stores like leading up to it, but it's not out yet.
Here's what I found out, Nikki. This Mountain Dew Amped Game Fuel technically releases January 14th wide around the United States. From December 7th through the 9th, if you went to the Call of Duty World League that happened in Las Vegas, you could have gotten it there.
Now, for us, I got to thank Dan from Pepsi for bringing them by. And so we've got all the flavors. The big thing that they were talking about for this amped Mountain Dew Game Fuel
so good.
is 2 really big things. Is the can has grippies, like grip stuff. It has texture to it.
It does. And you really can feel it on the side of the can.
But it's not as overwhelming. When they first described it, I thought it was more like
sandpaper?
Patronizing, kind of like, oh, because you're gaming, you need to. But it's actually very nice.
You can feel the texture.
It's not too much. And then it has a resealable top to it.
The resealable top is super funky, so you have to open it. And again, if you're listening on Radio U, you can watch this video on our YouTube channel later or on Facebook now at facebook.com/RadioU. But
you pop the top on one side.
Oh, see, it's and then you slide it.
And then you slide the tap back, and then you can drink out of it, and then you push it down and put it forward, and then it seals it again.
Resealed.
Resealable.
So, I don't know if I'm willing to turn it upside down to test it around all this equipment. But
and the one thing I did notice, because I opened them all up, is it always leaves a little ring of the drink still left over in it when you're pouring it out. So be careful.
The can says that inside it has alertness, accuracy, and vitamins A and B.
All right.
It has 5% juice. So
we're getting amped.
It's healthy. Are you ready? Wait.
So we're going to try the Cherry Burst.
Cherry Burst. It smells so good.
So this is Mountain Dew Amped Game Fuel. So it is an energy drink.
It doesn't taste as good as it smells.
It's like a flat cherry Mountain Dew.
It is kind of flat, isn't it?
A little bit like a cherry 7-Up, kind of.
It's weird that it does taste kind of flat because when I open it, like it sprays out so much.
Oh, it's got stuff there.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be flat. It's not. It's just a more flat flavor.
Okay, so this is charged original Mountain Dew.
Is this supposed to just taste like Mountain Dew?
I think it's supposed to just be like straight up Mountain Dew. So let's see.
But with vitamins, it tastes just like Mountain Dew. Just like Mountain Dew.
It does, but there is a slightly different flavor.
You drink more Mountain Dew than me, so I think
regular
you might know.
Mountain Dew. It is not a one-to-one comparison. Just like this cherry, it is not exactly like Code Red.
Sure.
This does not taste exactly like regular Mountain Dew. But, I mean, it has, like, some juice and other things. So, I mean, it's not supposed to taste exactly like Mountain Dew. It's Mountain Dew amped.
But I don't feel
so
like
it's
we're
different.
I don't feel like we're tasting the vitamins. Unless that maybe is it.
It doesn't have that weird flavor that I feel like Red Bull and Rockstar do.
This still tastes like a soda. As a non-energy drink person, this still tastes more like a soda than it does an energy drink.
Okay, so what do you got now? Mountain Dew amped.
So this is the Mountain Dew amped Game Fuel flavors, which are out early in January.
Right.
These are the ones in the resealable top. This is the Tropical Strike. So this is the yellow one.
At least we think that's what it is. It could have also just been passed to us through the sample window. I'm not entirely
Are you saying
sure.
it looks like that?
Is it?
Oh, that's a really good flavor, though.
It smells like fruit stripe gum, tropical.
Oh, that one could be dangerous. I like
pineapple-y.
I like that one. I always like the more pineapple-y one.
Nope.
You don't like that one?
No.
I like it.
No, too much like pineapple.
It's not.
No,
Not
I
for
don't
you?
want that.
Okay, well, so
I don't
far,
want that.
for me, that one's in the lead. And then the last one is the blue one, and this is the
Berry
Charged
Blast.
Berry Blast. This one smells the best.
Come on, nerds. Romulan ale, right? It looks like Romulan ale.
Is that what it's your examples that you have?
Okay.
That one's good, too.
That's weirdly good. That's better.
It smells the best, and that I think that actually is my favorite now.
This has got a real Kool-Aid thing happening right here.
Yes, it
Don't
does.
you think? Like a real
But it
Kool-Aid.
feels like Kool-Aid that you left out a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say, like, if I was going to pick out of these four
The blue.
flavors, nope.
No?
I want the cherry one.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I like it. The cherry one is I'm not a Mountain Dew amped guy. I don't know that I'm, even having tasted it, I'm probably not going to go seek it out and get more of it. But if I was going to go for one of the four, I would go with this. And as energy drinks go,
Pretty good.
that's not bad.
I just want to know, like, did I drink enough to start feeling alert?
Do you? It has. Well, what about this? Do
I'm
you
not
feel?
sure.
Do you feel accurate?
I feel more accuracy, and I feel
We
like I
should
have
do the news.
an increase of vitamins A and B. The big thing with the can, I like the can. I think it's nice.
I agree with that.
And the resealable part, though, interesting to learn. And now I see there's instructions that are engraved onto the top. That's a nice touch too. So it helps keep it longer.
We needed the instructions.
We did. I couldn't do it.
Because we weren't sure how
Couldn't
to
do it.
open
But thank you so much to Dan and for Pepsi to bringing us by the new flavors for Mountain Dew Amped, the Game Fuel ones, which will be out early in January.
I say red is a yes, yellow is a no.
Really? Why can't you like the one I like? Can't we just say, how about we just say we don't like the original one?
Yeah, that one to me, I'd rather just have some Mountain Dew.
So let's take that one out. But I still also like the blue. The berry flavor was good.
And I'll tell you this right now. If you don't want to drink it, I do feel like I could leave this out as an air freshener.
No, I feel like it's my
good.
perfume now or something.
Sure.
I know I smell like energy drink.
I think it smells really
And
good.
berries and pineapple and Mountain Dew all rolled into one.
You'd think that after all these years of hearing me make fun of the riot, people would have stopped listening by now. Maybe it's one of those can't stop staring at a train wreck situations. It's the riot on Radio U.
Is there... I never buy the extended warranty. I used to buy the extended warranty all the time.
Well, you feel pressure to.
And after years of not buying an extended warranty, I finally stopped, and now stuff's starting to break.
Well, it depends on the items, though, too, and where you buy it from. We get used to, I don't know if Sam's Club is like this, so it's not like we're always just Costco, but like Costco, you can return something years later. It's not right, but you can.
Right.
And with electronics, I think it's so many days, but then also you can buy their pretty cheap, like, plan, so you get a couple of years with it.
Right.
So I tend to not, if I buy it from there, I don't buy something. Because you can just take it back.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have really bought mine from there. I bought a, what do you call it, like a Blu-ray player from Best Buy.
Yeah, but now they're like $50, $40, $30.
It was a 4K Blu-ray player.
Oh.
And I was really excited.
That?
I was really excited it was on sale. Yeah. I paid $70 for it.
Okay.
Okay. Which, hey, that's
no,
nothing
I know
to sneeze
that's
at.
not anything. And then you find out like it's $1 for the protection plan.
Yeah, I don't know what it costs, but I can tell you this, that it's doing this thing now that after you watch it for a while, it just freezes up.
And it's not the disc, it's on different discs?
Different discs, different cables.
Is it too hot?
I don't know. It's sitting there alone on the shelf.
Well, that's
What am
why
I
it's
supposed to
alone.
do? What am I
Bring in
supposed
a
to
friend.
do?
Why
I'm
don't
supposed
you?
to install an exhaust fan over it to make sure it doesn't overheat?
Just to see if that's the problem. Or why don't you look up the model, and I bet you'll find other unhappy people with its performance.
I found a couple of people this has happened to, and you know what they all say? They're all like, I sent it back. It was gone for 6 weeks. It came back. It's still broken. Some people are like, I'm on my third time sending it back. It still doesn't work. And it's just like, man, really?
Ouch.
Really?
So you can't do anything with Best Buy, though? It's too long?
Yeah, I mean, this was like July or something.
You can't just like wait for the sliding doors to open, throw it in.
And then run out with something else?
Run out with another one? I mean, that's not the best approach, but it's there.
I don't think so.
Aww. You want a new Blu-ray 4K player for Christmas?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I wasn't thinking about that, but you know what, Nikki? That's
Are you leaning towards that?
That's a great idea. Go
then
ahead.
that way you can send that one in and not be so worried about it. I bet you there'll be one on sale for Christmas.
Let's see. Here's a Sony one for only $500. Here's another Sony one for $150.
Getting better.
So
You can find a deal. I'm sure there'll be something.
yeah, I'm real excited about it. So glad this happened.
I can tell when something breaks. Yay! Hey, it's not at least bigger. You could have told me it was something bigger in your house.
Here's the one I bought. Why is it? No, they must be like out of print or something. Amazon's selling the one I bought for $230.
Is that a different version of it? Newer
Maybe.
one?
And like
One that works?
$280. This one's not broken. That's what it says right in the description.
It's not the one that freezes.
It's fine. Ooh, wouldn't you like to
one.
have this one, the Oppo one? Nobody. I just said a brand name, and you're like, that sounds
Oppo?
generic. The OPPO. They make the best. That's like everybody doesn't know who they are because nobody buys them because they're so expensive.
So much.
Yeah, so only $1,700, Nikki.
Gosh, it's crazy. For me,
But you were going to get me something for Christmas anyway.
all my 4K stuff is digital, so I don't even use a player for it. But I know you like that, so we're going to keep our eye out. Okay, everybody?
We know you like it because you're dumb,
Price
and now
alert.
it's one more thing to break.
Price alert. If anybody finds one on sale, text it or send it to Obi and let him know.
It's fine. Forget it. You know what? I like having broken things. It's fine.
I didn't want it to not freeze anyways.
It's fine. Like, you know what? Like, there's just so many things falling apart right now. I'm glad there was just one more thing
That you could
that
do.
just wasn't
Hey,
working.
if it's freezing, why don't you just cover it up? See if that helps.
It's a good call. And the good news is, like, I spent all my birthday money buying 4K Blu-ray discs.
Players, what's not working. That is called irony. Yay! That's exactly what's supposed to happen.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
through riot.radiou.com.
At the end of the day, the important thing is I'm dressed.